All right, it is October 8th. What is it? Today's Thursday. Market, it's about to close in a half hour. Let's do an early recap of what happened today in the market. AGE, AGE Therapeutics. Yeah, looking at this daily chart, it's an IPO in January. Not a recent IPO, but relatively new stock. If you draw your line right down here, and this is, it formed like a wedge right here, descending wedge. So draw this line here on the daily. So, the high kept getting lower, lower, lower. It did bounce here in August, then bounced again a little bit, real small, and then today this exploded up. So eventually these make big moves, explosive moves to the upside. 325 million today. It's ridiculous volume. You got about 21 million float. And let's see what happened here on the chart here. Now, let me go to this chart. This is my 1320 EMA. You can see right here, this happened. What is this time here? 420. That was yesterday. Oh, this is after hours. So after hours, now you can see a little bit of movement here on pre-market, 5 a.m. This was the big move, 7 a.m. This big candle from the cross came back. Now, on these stocks under 10, I mean, you're basically going $1, 125, 150. You're playing quarter lines. So, this is 175, came back all over 150. Now, this candle probably shook people out. This is the 5-minute, although it shouldn't, because 150, if you're playing a line, probably 125. It came close, but didn't stop out. That's why I have smaller size. Don't go crazy on your trades with big size, because you'll get stopped out on these moves, especially pre-market. And then you put your line right here. This is a 175 line. Right over it, ascending triangle, and took off. Typical move on these pre-market, then they'll bust up to 10, 11 a.m., maybe even 12, and then they'll fade. So this made the move. There's your long side, there's your short side. There's your shooting star wick. And this made it to 393. So this is a great gain. The 5-minute. Your 13's above your 20. Really solid here. And let me take a look at the 10-minute. 10-minute right here, 175. You can see this is a weird candle. You never see this go back then up, and it's a green candle. You can see it was along all the way here on your and your 15-minute. You can see even better. So this was a great long. And what was the news on this? Was there news on this? Juva and Sense, I don't know what that is, discloses 50% stake in AGE+ Therapeutics, but I think that's an old article. I didn't see news. I heard it was no news, but it doesn't matter. Once again, just play the chart. If it works, it works. You just got to be careful there's no news, because it's being propped up. Excuse me. So, there it is here. So again, pre-market, small caps will make the move. If you're in early, you can see the move that's going to happen, and then it fades out. CEI talked about this too, I believe, on StockTwits. It's a falling wedge. Look at this, sideways, sideways, explosion, the volume up. Oil and energy stocks are moving today. 115, get to 125 plus. Look at that. Look at the volume today, 92 million. When you have the wedge down and then sideways, it doesn't drop, something's up here. And then get to one here. Look at how this is like the lows getting higher. That's a tremendous long. If you have money and you could put it in one of these, just not a lot, but I'm saying just hold it for a long move, you're going to make bank, man. And on this, it's even better. So you have 75, and then a little bit higher, 88, 85. But look at these lines. Just go here, here, dip. These are great long plays. Now, these are the trades, you can see clearly, not like big moves up and like total candlesticks all over the place. So, this is a solid move here. That's a 5-minute, 10-minute, 75, 85, 125, and up here. And see, this is my green line. That is support of today's open line. EV, that's nothing. CPSS, someone talked about this on Stock Twits. He's like, why did I thought this was a long, it was good news. Look what happened here. This is 7 a.m. in the morning. All right, look how this candle went straight up. And then the move's already made. So pre-market, you want this to climb. See here, 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 climb up. This move's already made up here. And then it fades, it fades. It already faded. So the move was up here and it slid down. It's called a sliding play. I call it sliding board. Amusement park, you go up and then it just slides down. Because the move's already made from this up here. You don't see these go higher on that. Very rarely. So, you know, it's a short play. You have to recognize, it's like a football play, like Tom Brady. He can recognize the defense. He knows what they're going to do. He's playing 20 years. He knew this was going to go up. And you could see what was going to happen. It just slid down. You can see, like, the defenses, they're going to do this. They're going to rush. They're going to blitz on this side. So you got to recognize this. You can see these charts over and over. I've been studying these charts since 2006, and then 2018, been studying this. And just over and over repetition. That's all it is. Now, BKYI. Now, this is different. See this move here? This didn't go straight up. This made a move. What time was this? 8:05. Went to 50 cents all the way to 75 cents. So this was a straight momentum play, but it was lower and you got in and it went straight up. And it came back down here. So this is a nice long pure momentum now. It's straight up. It's literally straight up. Now on this, the dip, it's a hammer. You could have played that. You can play some of these inner moves here. They're not as good though. They're not the biggest move. It's a small move. And what do you see on the daily here? $1. This has spiked so many times $1 and it comes down. Look at how many, there must be like 10 times here or 5 times, I don't know. And then it finds support just under 50 cents, 120 million buying today. This is all manipulated. Now, a lot of stocks are manipulated heavily, some worse than others, but so you can see that. ATC. See, this is choppy. This is a choppy pre-market. Look at this. And then found support 850, then took off. It's like a V here. Inverse head and shoulders. Houston American Energy. Set a 150 move right here. See this dip? And again, on these charts too, a lot of these stocks make these moves. They'll come back and touch the 1320 or come close. Oversold here, coming back up now. Because energy is starting to heat up again. Energy's been down for like a month and a half, and you know, trying to pull it back up. So this move up, 2, came back to 190, nice dip, line, and then broke out. The best way to trade too is this, keep it simple. I use the 1320 EMA, draw a line, trend line. You know, see where it's going here. This came below 190. It doesn't have to be perfect on your lines. Yeah, you have, that's why you have a stop below. 10 cents, whatever the chart gives. And you're saying, oh, it's only 10 cents, but that's what this chart's giving. It's giving 10 cents. It's not like a quarter line. It's making, you know, big gains. You need to have a quarter line. Just use whatever the lines are. LXU, not great volume. OXBR over 2. The 3 came back a little bit. That's a nice move right here, a fast move. VTNR, CRDF, over 6. See this daily chart is a broadening wedge. This keeps going. This is a nice long here. 14 came to 15. Yes, this is a $3 gain. Love the dip buy. See this, the dip buy. I think this had Muse, GameStop, 11 all the way to 12.19. Late move here. I called this too. Stop Twitch, my videos. Watch my videos. Subscribe and like my videos. This is all free content. I'm giving away a lot of free stuff here. Free as far as just the basic of reading charts. This was an oversold play. This came down right here. This is a wedge. It's going to come out of the wedge. Now, is it going to come down, fake out, you know, who knows? Nothing's perfect and exact. You just play the chart. As soon as this came out, you're seeing this hold, pretty much hold, you know, take a shot. 33 million today, and this came out and exploded today. So this was a nice like $2 gain. Excuse me. And look how this was oversold. See this? Now, on this chart, see this coming down here, like, oh, it's getting oversold. I'm going to get in here, get in here. It's true. You could try to get in there, but once you have a line here, this is, see this gap? This is the first move of this candle. You just draw a line. It doesn't get over it. Now, if it starts to come out and get over, that's when you do it. That's why the move's here. You don't want to get in here because it keeps drift lower, and that's what it did. It kept drifting lower and lower. So you have to recognize certain things within the pattern, and this took off. 33 million today. I'm not sure if there's news. Let me see here. I don't see no news. Look on FinViz anyway. But anyway, even if you're playing a day trade here, this comes up, comes down. Look where this holds. 875. Candle, candle. Little wick here. Beautiful. Now you don't have to get in here. See what the next line does. 9 line. So even if this doesn't work, you're playing the right move. 9, you know, give it a stop a quarter. Use whatever size, you know, it's your size, and then it took off. Beautiful. And the reason too you have bias to the long side in this, because like I said, this came all the way down, oversold, sideways. So you know the bias is to the long side at this point because they pushed it down so far. Archon. What else we have here? SM Energy Company. It's another, here you go, falling wedge. This had to move in March, right? April, May, June, we kept going up and up. So oil's on a great run for April. What's that, like 3 months, 3.5 months? And then now June, July, August, half of June. That's almost like 4.5 months. Oil's been down. This thing was at near 7 and went to 186. Might be the time for oil to make a little breakup now. It might not be fast, but I think, see the long side now, oil will make a nice move. It's at 41.24 now, crude. So it's been in that range about 35 to like 41, 42. So we're coming up here. I love this to go to 2+ now. Still oversold, so good potential here. Intraday, 155. Look at this, 185. Nice dips. Look how they brought it exactly to 170. That's pure algos manipulation. Next, here's another oil play. Just trying to come up. See, this has been down. The highs are getting lower. Touray. I'm coughing here. Sideways channel. And this is trying to break that. This might break it. Good volume today. Good trade too. Intraday, look, 530. Not huge gain, but $1 gain. If you can get anywhere 50 cents plus, you know, on most days that'll be probably, I don't know, it depends on your account. You know, people are trading hundreds of thousands, millions, you know, 10,000, whatever you're trading. You should easily get 600 to 1,000. Yeah, that's a great gain. Put it in perspective. People seem making all this money each day, but most people don't even make, you know, 200 in a day, 5 days a week. So you make 200 a day, if that's 1,000, it's like 4,000 a month, 50 grand a year. So, you know, put things in perspective, because we're looking at trading charts and you want to look like, I mean, 900 one day, 2,000. You know, so, all right, MXC. This is another energy play. See, energy's hot right now. It's starting to heat up. The last few days, you can see the moves, like all these oil stocks, like Oxy, Schlumberger, Halliburton, you know, whatever. This was at 5. There's your support, 1320. And just starts to drift and take off. Look at this wick. All the way up to 879 and fade it down. Total pyramid, up, down. So front side, back side. Everyone wins, the shorts and the longs, if you want to play it that way. So that's a great play. This has been up before, too. This was back, remember in July? Look at that. Garbage stock. But we love garbage stocks because they make big moves. NOG, Northern Oil and Gas. This is heating up. See the divergence here? Look at this. The lows getting higher, higher, higher. So that's looking really good long. It's not a big gainer to stock, but it's very nice. Carve. This is another, I think it's black business owned, along with U1, a few of them. This has made major spikes. And you have right here over 8. Volume's picking up here, so this definitely is one to keep watching. They spike it. You had 7 line all the way to $2 gain. And some of these moves are very fast too. Like this trade lasts probably 9 to like an hour if you're playing the 5 minutes. So, and I like my trades to last 5 minutes. Well, 5 minutes. You know, of course, I went a little bit longer than that, but I would say the minimum 5 minutes. So if it goes like, you know, just super big candle, one big candle to like hours. I'm not a scalper. I don't want to sit here and trade 20 cents, 30 cents. It's a waste of time. G4. Let me see G4. Yeah, G4 is another one. This is a wedge too. You can actually probably tighten it now like that. There it is. Look at this tight wedge coming out. 68. Look at the volume here. This could be a nice $1 play here. $1 play here, G4 Gulfport Energy. I'm not sure if they're going to go where the hurricane is. Yeah, the hurricane's right near the oil fields in New Orleans, in that area, or the Gulf actually. So, yeah, that could send a lot of these oil stocks moving here. Because if it's shut down, that means oil prices are going to go up and all that. So, ACRX, BHC. You call these stocks long enough, and eventually they'll really move. This is the falling wedge again. Right here, came out 1, 2, 4 days, and there's your red. Very simple pattern here. Then it came back down again. And then this was, you see, these patterns get tougher though. Look at this red candle, then a green candle. It'll shake you out. The only thing I could see here was stochastics was going up, and it exploded today. It was a great long. Very clean chart, right over 17.25. Nice dollar gain, 18.25. All right, that's the top, pretty much top list here. 351, the market's about to close. So right now the Dow Jones 106 plus, S&P plus 25, NASDAQ plus 47, small caps plus 13, VIX 2646 down 5.7%. Commodities, gold 1897, silver 24, crude 41.23 up 3.2%. So let's take a look at the SPY. And you can clearly see this is the wedge fake out candle, and we go up. Now, is this forming another pattern? Let's take a look here. There's no stimulus. There's no stimulus at this point, so a lot of things are going bad. Unemployment's very bad at this point. 800 some thousand. They just reported. I don't know if that's a week. I forget exactly what they were saying, but or a month. I'm not sure. But it doesn't matter. The whole thing is it's very bad. Republicans and Democrats are fighting. They're not passing. They're not helping the people, of course. They're a bunch of idiots. But the stock market's still going up here, and we have wedge down. You know, this certainly looks like a wedge up. See this width? Then the width's getting smaller, and that's because we're getting overbought again. So the next move could be down at this point. The weekly though showing a crossover, a major crossover. 4 hour is extremely overbought. 2 hour. So it's not over yet, this move up. You know, if we have bad news again, this will drop again. Let me get my other chart here. You can see we're above the moving averages now. Definitely is a wedge up. You can see here a lot of bullish activity though, so the move isn't over yet for SPY. The only thing I can say is watch the news every day and there's stimulus yet. Doesn't seem to matter. You know, the market, they're bringing it up. This is a move up still. We're in the move up still. So we're not in a move down yet. So just beware of that. The same thing is the NASDAQ, Dow Jones. Same thing, we're going up. And here's the VIX. The VIX came back today. Like I said, we're still in this range. Look at this, 15-200 day, back and forth, back and forth. I would say between 25 and 30. Did cross over negative. So that's very bullish for the bulls at this point. All right, let's take a look at some swing ideas. You know, Cooper's higher. This is a classic swing move. This doesn't get volume though. It's so weird. This only gives like about 450,000. It doesn't matter though. This is the chart if you want to learn falling wedge. Right now, it seems like the best pattern is falling wedge. You know, you have rising wedge. You know, ascending triangle. You see that a lot. Descending triangle. Yeah, the rectangles, I guess the double bottoms, I guess you see that too, but it seems like these wedges and triangles are the biggest moves right now. So, you know, it's had to move down here. This is wedge, and then we break out. This is what you want. Okay, we're broken out. Now what happens? You take your shot here. Could go lower, could go higher. If you want to wait even a day, that's fine, or another candle. And then look at this did. This went right back to that 36 zone. Damn, it's crazy. That would have been a nice about $4 grand. Well, how many days? 1, 2, about 10 days. Perfect wedge here, down, and then wedge up. Now we're gonna break through that, who knows? And then this is why you play it too. One of my favorite things is oversold stochastics. There's other technical indicators. You can use CCI, you can use RSI, all of them. It really doesn't matter. They're very close to each other, similar to what they do. But this is this oversold, and then where are you getting in oversold? You just got to pick your point and then have your stops. That's all swing is. A swing is, it's a day trade, but, or not a day trade. I'm going to say it's on the daily chart. You're using it as like the same thing as a day trade. Like if you were day trading this, you know, this is the intraday. So where your stop and your loss and your stop is, your resistance point, your lines. So this is just the daily. You're playing the same thing. I'm getting in here and your stop. So you're playing the daily chart as, you know, resistance. You know where to go. You see these lines. Like if I'm here 31, you know, maybe I'll have a stop here like 30, 58, whatever it is. However you're playing it, you know, however much room you're giving it. But there's CTB. Philip Morris. I called this one right out of the wedge. Now, when you get up here, see, this is like, it's above 50. It's halfway above now. You know, should you get in or not? You know, it's made a move already here to here. It's a pretty long move, so it's tough to say to get in there, though. Like, the move's already over. MO2, this is Altria Group. This is beautiful sideways, right over 39. It's a nice game. All right, some oil plays, Mer. You know, this is just getting started. Now, look at this here. You have April. This made a move from April to June. This was 5 to 18. This was a $13 move. It took 1, 2, maybe 3 months. That would have been, if I paid 20 grand, it would have been on like 52,000. For people say, oh, I don't want to, I'm not patient trading, or I don't want to wait that long. If you would have waited 3 months, make 52 grand, would you do it? Yes. Who makes 52 grand in 3 months and has like upfront money? So this is one big move here on there. From here to here. We'll call it 318 to 68. So what's that? 418, 518. 2 months. 2 months and what? 18, 21, maybe like 3 weeks. Kept going up, kept going. Then we had a down move here, here, June to July. And then we sort of made a move here back up in August, short move. And then we dropped hard from 811 to 811 to 10.2. So 9, 10, almost 2 months. So I mean, there you have it. So it looks like oil right here. Weird pattern here. I mean, the lows are getting, the highs are getting lower still in this, but now where's this going to go? If this comes at this trend line, we could get to 12, 13. Is it going up that high? I don't know. You have right here, 1205. You have this open gap. 1205 would be huge on there. This isn't a big mover. You know, this doesn't move in big chunks, but this is a nice long. So markets over today, Dow Jones plus 120, S&P plus 27, NASDAQ plus 56. The VIX 2634 minus 6.5. And oil finished 41.26. All right, SLB2, Slumberjay. Look at this come out now. Just getting started on this. And this is Apache. See this down here? Divergence trying to break up. Now this is looking bullish. I would look at a lot of oil stocks. SU. This has already made a bigger move coming up. Let me take a look here at other moves. Axel, I called this one too. Look at this go down. This is another classic down move. Look at this. Oversold, 5. Here at 680. Draw your line. Incredible. The only thing with swing trading is if I buy it here, 550, if some news comes out or something and it gaps down, you're screwed. That's just part of the game. You got to put your stops in if it's hit. It's not like day trading. You can get out. There's nothing you can do. So you have to take that as, you know, part of trading. OPK. This is another one. Look at this. Classic move. Sideways 3. I mean, anyone can see this. You don't have to be a genius. 3. Moves a 456. Incredible. SWBI. This made a move too. So this move wasn't as large though. Smith & Wesson. This low was at 1458 and got as high as 1769. Not really that big a move, but look, it went here to here. See, I have my triangle here on stochastics. It was a rolling move, rolling. See this? And we broke out. And now it's crossing down. So whatever the move is, you take it. It's crossing down now. I wouldn't like it here. Let me see the 4 hour. Yeah, it's coming back down now. Might not go back down all the way, but Here's Hog, another one, Harley Davidson. All these candles are pretty much red. You're out. If you're like here, you got in, mud and stopped out on this. Then you get back in again, 24, and this goes to 29. It's like the reverse, here, here. I mean, incredible play from low to high. And that's how you can make money swing trading. You know, these patterns are working until they don't work. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't work in the future. I mean, it might be the market we're in because it's a volatile market. Like we're not in 2018 all the way remember to 2020. Things were just going up. You just stick your money in the SPY and make money. Here's another one I called LL, Lumber Liquidators. Doesn't get great volume. Here's the move. You're like, okay, it's going up. Okay, you got in here. It didn't work. Maybe a small gain, then it came back down again. And maybe we're in here at 21 or 22, and we're at 25 now. And this is probably getting up too, maybe because of the hurricane, possibly a lot of hurricanes. People need wood, they need supplies, generators, things like that. Here's Knox, having trouble with that 40. You know, wind made 70 to 70, 77, 74 on that move. D now, another one. Look at this wedge. This is oil and gas equipment. The low here is 427. Look at this 530. Still, it's over 50 now. So once you're over that 50, you get a watch. Could do a little pullback. PDD coming out of the wedge. This is nothing. That doesn't really scare me. Still way oversold. BRTY. You know, not doing much here. Still holding this 250 line. CLVS. Oversold here. It's at a 12. Still sideways. They bring this up. Trying to see. You do have a trend line down here. So this could come up, I would say, maybe to possibly 7. Some of these are slow movers. This isn't a fast mover here. Oh, here's another. This is a classic learning wedge. Look at this down. Look at this wedge. And then explodes up for November, December from like 4 to like 18. Imagine if you get in here at like 5. $40 grand. 40 grand in 1 month. TMXP. Another wedge here. It's holding 75. Very oversold. This could possibly pop up. AMC is another wedge. It's at a 6 right now. At 4. And yeah, there's a good 4 support. Here is MRK Merck. It's at a 9. It's at a 9. Let's look at March here. Anytime it's been a 9, bounced up, bounced up, bounced up. This will make a big move. Yeah, I expect this to get over 83 plus. Here's Mark out of the wedge sideways. I'm not sure what they're doing with this. It's very weird. It's side. They're not exploding up, but you still have the gap above 150 plus if it does move. Pennsylvania Trust. This is a tiny little stock. And this might get to 75, $1 plus if you play them. There's Dish, falling wedge. Trying to come out of it here. This is very oversold too. Look at this at 690 stochastics. Draw your line here, stochastics. This breaks up. Yeah, again, the big move here. Probably this 30 level, at least. Here's Halliburton, big channel, not really a wedge in this, but channel down, coming up, already at 42. This is a really strong move today. Sometimes you don't have to play the top gainers. Look at this right here. So these charts that are, these are more institutional, small caps, not necessarily these bigger stocks. What's the float on Hal? Yeah, float's like 800 million or something. Like this, they take this so slow. Look at this. So 12.10, 12.8, 70 cents, but you can get good size in that and kill it. That's Hal. Philip Morris talked about that. Here's Cuck. We talked about this Carnival. Now this moved down out of the wedge. 12 came up, cross, came back when these like reverse candles went down and up, but it's still a full candle. And then it broke up. And this looks like a topping candle here. It looks like, yeah, very bearish. And there you go. You went from low stochastics, oversold extreme to overbought. And this took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, about 10 days. Now, do I like it here? Would I buy here? No. It's made its move. Could it keep going up? Yes. 4 hour going down, 2 hours trying to cross. There's the 30, there's the hour. Hour is oversold though again. But as far as the length of the move, it's already up here. It could go flat sideways and be overbought buried. But I'm looking for specific oversold from here to here. That's the big move. That's the big money. You can play it as a day trade too. Here's red, oversold. Big candle yesterday, today. This is more, looks like a hammer candle. Still, it's not even 20 yet, so this has room to run. This could easily move to 12 plus. There's ML, Altry Group. There's Tup. Tup had the nice little run. This runs very slow too. Some of these stocks run slow. They'll run line to line. See this like 20 all the way up to 22.72. Candle is bearish today. It's still, not even near 80, so that's good potential still. OSTK. Yeah, this is run from 61 to 83. It's been on a big run here. This one's a little bit tougher because it has run from low to high. It's getting near 80. Could it pull in back to this line again, like 75 possibly. But then this one has to come back down. But I don't like it from here to here. Like it's made its move. Although like this, it could keep going. See this, it could keep staying long and overbought and buried, it's called. Overbought, buried, and this could keep going 100. So it's a little bit tougher to read on that. You just have to, on that you have to have your stops later because they could put these candles in on that. CPRI. Here's another one. There's your move. Now this was like a reverse wedge. The wedge was smaller, it got the wider. You don't see that often. Got 18 to 20, 21.34. Look at that move. Now the move on this looks like it's pretty much almost over. I mean, if you keep going higher, probably to 22, but again, the length of the move, play low to high. Not every time is going to be the same. See, this move was pretty clean. This didn't get below and it took off. This from here to here is not that big a move. You can see the different type of moves here. March. Just take whatever the move gives. Look at this. Green, green, green. The first red, you're out. On here, out. Although if you're here and you want to hold it more and see, and then it's moved again, I mean, that's your choice. And the SPY too, let's go to the SPY. This is clear reverse head and shoulders. So like your shoulder, here's their inverse head and shoulders here. Yeah, inverse head and shoulders. So here, here, and then it's going up. So, you know, at this point, we could test that 360 again on SPY. Or, you know, we could fall back out if there's bad news. So we'll see what happens here. But it's looking like a wedge. I don't know if we're going to make it that far. We'll see. That's it. All right, so that's it again. So the top gainers list were tons of penny stocks. I'm talking like under $5, tons, like 30 cents, 50 cents, 47, 32, $4, $5. Not many stocks over 10. This, oh, my trade idea is like top 40. And you know, the small caps are still leading with 179% AGE. SNMP. Sanchez production, this came out. They're pumping all these oil stocks out. Oil and energy, maybe the hurricane has something to do with it. It's disrupting down there in the Gulf. So, you know, some things like that. But it's this rotation too. It's like you'll have this energy leading, then you'll have cyclical, it's whatever it is. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. So again, my favorite things right now are small caps pre-market, long, maybe end of the day, somewhat, you know, after 9:30 to about 11. You might get further to the long side, depends. And then if there's shorts, a lot of them too, they'll fade. And then you're having these good swing setups. Very good oversold plays. They're swinging long. Some of these stocks are very, very easy to read. Doesn't work 100% of the time. It doesn't, you know, mean it's going to go up, you know, easy to straight up, but they're very solid moves. It's proven back testing that it works. So yeah, they're my favorite moves right now. And as far as like, I mean, look, like AGE, yeah, like CEI, this is more of like, this came up, slow move, and just, this was more of a longer play the whole day, just went long. So, all right, that's it for today. Please subscribe and like the channel. We will be back for more. And that's it. Peace.